stop requested.
Well, no, the bus doesn't stop here. not for another few more minutes. So, anyway, gotta be quiet so make sure we don't, that we're polite to the other passengers. But while I'm on my way, how about another impromptu episode of Brother Mark, Turner Syndrome, Butterflies in Life. Obviously, by now you can probably figure out that I've actually watched Amy's video on who's in and who's out.
Next stop, Trevu and Vendelow.
I think I have a response to it too. There were times in my life where I had unique issues that nobody understood, and it was frustrating and maddening, and I'd have to explain it, and just so to get somebody to understand. And I think Amy's got a point there, and some of the struggles. You can look at my Facebook page and kind of get some clues. But to have somebody take an interest in my struggles, and at least take the time to listen and to understand, that really speaks volumes.
Next stop, Trevu and Wilson.
And anybody who really knows me knows that I can relate to the butterflies. In many respects, maybe I don't know everything, but I certainly know learning disabilities. I certainly know this anxiety and the depression. I can really understand why they just think that things just don't work. I can really relate to Turner Syndrome sister in those days, which things just don't come together, and she just wants to punch a hole in the wall. I get that. To have somebody be able just to listen and understand without judgment, without any expectations. I know in some of my personal struggles, somebody took the time without judgment and without condemnation, just took time to, this really, please explain to me, tell me more about it.
Trevu and Arlingate.
I think that kind of speaks volumes. Now, maybe not a social worker, maybe not a doctor, but I do have some life experiences that have helped, and I think a lot of sisters, before controversies blew up, were really blessed by it. So, thanks, Mark. Thanks for taking the other time to understand.
Next stop, Trevu and Dividend.
And then maybe I haven't gotten to back. In some respects, I kind of wish I were younger, and I wish I could go back and get a degree in social work. And not with my college debt, but I had taken a long time to bury myself in the Thompson Library at Ohio State to read up on NVLD. Sorry for the rattles. When you got an empty bus and a bumpy road, buses tend to make lots of noises that way. So we'll make the best of it. But I have done the next right thing, and I've gone and tried to read as much as I can. And then I've read on nonverbal learning disabilities. I've read on Asperger's. I've read on Williams, Little and Noonan, on learning disabilities. I learned the challenges in schools. I went to North Carolina Regional Conference to learn about NVLD and the social challenges. I was honored to hear Dean Moody. Sometimes with irrational fears, and I've taught on it many times.
Stop requested.
There's the acronym of false expectations appear real. And sometimes it's easy to get caught up in the fears instead of saying, have you really got a chance to know Mark? Or you just hearing one side of the story? Have you really known about the times he's given money, that he helped out his sister get hearing aids? Number of times he just sat up and listened when his sister's struggling and not asking for a thing. It's also part of what we as recovering alcoholics do. We serve others. I always say it's service work. It keeps me sober. There's some joy out of it. Never went into any expectations, but I would say, and sometimes I have seen foul up everything and run.
Next stop, Renner and Atlas.
And then sometimes when we kind of size up the facts, they kind of go, well, understandable. I'm guilty of myself. Remember, I told you I'm a gratefully overreactor. Say that 10 times fast, and I'll buy you a cup of coffee at Starbucks. How's that? We'll call it even. But finally, there comes a point where you have to face everyone and recover. Is it really some creep or somebody just want to just learn, be there,
Next stop, Renner and
understand with no expectations? That's all there is to it. Now, if you're not in a place where you're not comfortable, that's okay. I get it. But if you are in a place where, yeah, Mark, what are you really up to? How did you get involved in it? I've seen my videos. You can always listen from the horse's mouth, said the naysayers. I can always joke. Hey, you gotta have a sense of humor in this line of work. So, I think Amy was spot on. And if we don't, it's a rare condition. Not too many people know of it. And if we have other people who are on the outside say, "Who was that? I'll help. Tell me what it's all about. What can I do to help? Can I listen? Can I keep the virtual coffee pot going? Can I maybe send some checks to some TS organizations, or maybe spend a day in a TS organization office stuffing envelopes for a fund drive?" That's okay. It's service work. It's where we help others. Yeah, you've heard the rumors. Now you're hearing from the real source. And I think...
Next stop, Renner and Hilliard Rome.
I think that one sister, I think they both said the same thing. Not too many people know our conditions. But if somebody wants to advocate for us, so we have to do less explaining about it and educate others, let them have at it. And I have. Sometimes I've struck up conversations on buses, struck up conversations on planes, struck up conversations with special ed teachers, social workers. I said, wow.
Sam, stay that I'm at the Park and Ride.
Well,
Park and Ride.
now you know that where we are. So I do go out. So I do go out and advocate.
Thank you. Come on.
And I do go out, try to explain, so other people don't have to explain. So I still think though that I still think there's a real great chance for profound healing in the Turner Syndrome community. I believe it with all my heart. And if a couple of outsiders just want to come and say, hey, I'd like to help, and usually most of the time I help, I'm usually just back in the sidelines, just with my phone on at night, just bark and say, hey Mark, can I talk? Sure. One supportive brother helping another butterfly. Keep her wings polished. Make life just a little better, a little easier. And a chance to learn so I can do it better. I'd have to say, what a deal. Well, one man's thought, one brother's thought is, as always, take what you like, leave the rest. And as for me,
Stop requested.